Hey guys, what's up? Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tiffany and I do movie reactions here on YouTube. But if you're not new here, welcome back, cinephiles. I may seem a little unenthusiastic today. It's not because of what we're watching, it's because I just had surgery 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago yesterday. And I know that I've been kind of secretive about that with you guys because I wasn't really sure what I was going into, but I guess I'm gonna tell you about it. Thank you so much for the comments telling me to get well, and I had such great comments on my last video, which was Heated Rivalry episode 4. Today we are going to be jumping into Heated Rivalry episode 5, which everybody says is the best episode. It's the longest episode of the season, and a lot of my friends and family were a little worried about me sitting down to film this episode today because I do have pre-filmed content. I was trying to get everything pre-filmed prior to my surgery, but it just didn't work out that way. I had up until episode 4 filmed, and then I also had the first 3 episodes of Has Been Hotel, as well as Friday the 13th and Sleepaway Camp filmed, but I just did not get to the last 2 episodes of this season, nor to the last like 5 episodes of Has Been Hotel. So those are the things that I don't have pre-filmed, and I wanted to have everything filmed for the months of July and August just so I could get through that recovery time. But if you are not interested in hearing anything about my surgery, go ahead and skip to this timestamp and we'll be able to start that video. But if you want to know about it, I had a hysterectomy. Now, if you don't know what a hysterectomy is, it means that I no longer have a uterus, fallopian tubes, or a cervix. Back in February, they did a routine pap smear and they found some abnormal cells, which, while I didn't have the strains of HPV or anything like that that causes um, the cancer, I had other very high risk strains, and that was cause for concern. I had some cells on my cervix that weren't too friendly to my body, and there was some concern about that. I had an ultrasound done and found that I had a couple of cysts in both of my ovaries, and while my right ovary had normal cyst, very benign, my left ovary had one cyst called a complex cyst, which they thought might not be benign. And so after some conversation with my doctors and everything, we decided that a hysterectomy was the way to go, mainly because they found what they thought was endometriosis. Or they didn't find it, but they assumed that it was endometriosis. And so we scheduled the surgery and I went in, had the procedure done, and everything went fine. I am diabetic, and so my sugar shot up to like 400, and my blood pressure and my oxygen both dropped dramatically. So they had to fix that while I was in recovery, which was a little scary. But they kept calling my partner and kind of letting him know what was going on and if they needed anything. And so that part of my recovery was great. My nurses, my doctor, my surgeon, everybody was doing their best and they were amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better team. But they found that it actually was not endometriosis. I had something called chronic cervitis, which means my cervix was very inflamed and caused really heavy pain and different things like different symptoms and such. But I also had adenomyosis. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll put the name of it here, which just means that instead of the lining going outside of my uterus with endometriosis, it was actually growing into my muscles of my uterus, which was painful. There were days when I wasn't on camera that I was laying in bed screaming. I do have children, I've said that before, but it felt like I was in labor again. And I was on pain meds constantly, like 4 to 6 times a day. And when those would run out, I would be on Tylenol as much as I possibly could every day. And that was just not a life that I wanted to live. That's not the person I wanted to be. And it was going on for over a year. It actually started before I started my channel. So there were days that I was supposed to film and didn't want to film. There were days that I was supposed to be editing and the last thing I wanted to do was edit. There were days I didn't move out of my bed. There were days I didn't leave the house. And so that happened. And I'm actually filming this on Wednesday. It's supposed to go up on Sunday because I had some complications. I'm still having horrible pain, and even sitting here now, I'm having horrible pain. All I want is my pillow, but I am determined to not use that purple pillow there. That's called a hysterectomy pillow. It is amazing. If you hold it against your stomach, oh, so great. But I sleep with that thing every night. But I am determined to do this without it. But basically, the moral of the story is if you feel like something's wrong, talk to your doctors, advocate for yourself. It's an unseen illness, but it is not an unseen feeling. And so basically, yeah, just advocate for yourself and do what you feel like is best. And for me, I'm 30 and I went through that process. And yes, I had that moment of like, God, you're not a woman anymore. Like, you can't have children, you can't do these other things. And then I just thought, I'd rather be here and myself and be able to do the things I love, be able to do YouTube, be able to do my day job, have my family and everything, and have an amazing life rather than worry about having more children. So, yeah, but that is where I've been. That is what's been going on. I know I've been cryptic and I'm sorry about that, but we are getting back into content. I sat down today because I'm on bed rest. That's another thing. I'm not technically supposed to be up. I am on full bed rest because there is an issue with my nerves in the left side of my body where they might have been nicked. We are not sure yet. And there might be an infection. We are not sure yet. But I didn't want to deviate from the plan that I had put into place and switch things up. I didn't want to do my pre-film content because I know that when I initially sent out my schedule, I said this was going to be next and I didn't want to deviate from that. So here we are. We are going to film episode 5. And yeah, so without further ado, cinephiles, let's go ahead and jump right in to episode 5 of Heated Rivalry. So when we ended last episode, Shane and Rose were having intercourse, and we're picking up right as that ends.
Well, last night,
It's fine.
season is stressing me out more than usual.
Was it early? Did he not last long? I mean, he seemed to be doing fine. When we last saw him, he seemed to be just going. Or was he just not able to achieve? Oh, he hates it. Ilya hates it.
Top of the morning. You, last night, huh? You're a fucking beautician.
What does that mean?
Ilya Rosanov playing on the same team, maybe even the same line. Who's centering who?
So we're gonna get more of Scott this episode, and we're going to get the 3 of them on a team together, which should be interesting because Scott hates Ilya from what it seems on the ice. And his last interactions with Shane were not that good because they started fighting from what we saw in episode 3. Because he said that Shane sounded like Ilya now.
You're so cute.
He is.
Miles is extremely jealous.
Of me?
No, of me.
Please.
Did you not notice that Miles is gay?
Very much so. Very much so. He is Damien of Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls. Let me know if you want a reaction to Mean Girls. I don't think I've seen it in over, God, 12 years? I went and saw it in theaters.
Or they're just not all out.
Like hockey players.
Any, like, gay hockey players? There are, but are there any openly gay players?
No.
But none that have said it publicly.
Will Shane be the first? Probably not. I don't see Shane being the first because I see Shane holding on to that golden boy perfection persona that he was raised and brought up in by both his coaches, management, his parents, stuff like that.
I really like you, Shane.
I like you too.
That was a little bit of a quick response.
Kissing me.
Sure.
Wow.
No. Sorry.
Oh, hey, don't apologize.
Her best friend is gay. She knows when the man she's with is gay, which is fine.
Miles?
No, not Miles. Ilya. There's a difference.
Sex stuff is a problem.
It's not a problem.
I love how understanding and calm she's being in this moment.
Fine. I just don't think that we can keep trying.
How long have y'all been together? It's been like a week or two? A month or two?
I think,
I mean, when you know it's not right, you know it's not right.
Hey,
There were guys I've dated for 3 weeks, and I was like, well, that's it. Thanks.
ever been with another guy? Have you ever told anyone that before?
No. You're his Svetlana.
Was it different?
And I love that. I love that Shane has somebody he can go to. I love that Shane has somebody he can confide in, that he can trust.
yeah, it was better.
And she doesn't mean that in like it, well, was it better than me? She just means, was it better for you?
Kind of prefer being the whole rather than the peg. You've had other...
Oh, I was in theater school. Like 70% of my boyfriends.
I love that he said that. I was like stunned for a minute.
You should follow Miles back on Instagram.
No, but I just need to sort some things out first.
He's on his timetable.
But he totally would. Like in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we've gathered that.
Said anything to him, have you?
No, definitely not.
He needs that. He needs somebody to see him. I love that for him.
Be real friends. Like, best friends. Secretly one of the funniest guys I know.
Well, that secret you don't have to keep.
I have a feeling that there's not a lot of people you can talk to.
No.
Other things and stuff.
Things and stuff can be tricky for me.
That makes me so happy. It also gives me hope for
Possible.
people who do have disabilities like autism and everything to lead normal lives. Because yes, I did notice in the first episode that Shane was autistic, but I didn't want to just say, oh, he's autistic, and then somebody be like, he's not autistic, how dare you?
Опять начал курить.
Я не начал. Так, иногда.
No, you started back, and you stopped because Shane said he didn't like smelling the smoke. Now that Shane doesn't want to be with you in that way, you started smoking again.
Ты в этом году играешь в одной команде с Холландером, да?
Он тоже из средненький.
Нет, он крутой.
Если ты так считаешь.
Oh, please, you say so, Ilya. Even Svetlana can see it.
Мне было бы интересно увидеть тебя на одной линии с ним.
Не уверен, что он силен на фланге.
Ну, ты силен.
Ты бы поставила его центровать меня?
Yep.
Бы понравилось.
Зрители ошибаются!
I don't know what any of these positions are, but I know that there's several things that I could say that are not about the hockey part.
Будет Роуз Лендри. Такой стильный.
Look, y'all can be best friends too. Rose and Svetlana can be best friends too. He's looking for him. He's like, where is my Shane? Oh. I wonder if they, like, decided to meet up, or if he just showed up and was like, oh, there's Ilya, let me sit down.
The same as my teammate, please.
Of course.
Oh, not ginger ale?
So are they out to ginger ale?
I always wondered what it'd be like to play on the same team.
Well, y'all technically do. Well, never mind, because Ilya plays for both.
Did you bring anyone with you?
But they're going to Mexico in like 2 weeks, and they've been to these before.
That's not who he was asking about.
You, bring anybody?
No.
That look says more than his words can say.
Nice shirt.
Y'all are so noticeable.
This guy.
This is gonna be a hell of a time. Let's go, East boys.
Is Hayden in the game? I want to see Hayden. Where's my Hayden?
A chance to get to know each other. Who knows what we might have in common?
With the clothes on? Or off?
Something we promised not to tell anyone or make fun of him.
It depends on what you're about to say.
Yeah, sure.
I hired a stylist.
Is it Rose? You should have just had Rose take you shopping. She is your best friend.
Sorry. Wow. Of course you did. No, I love it. I love it. You got, what, tired of looking like shit?
Wore like athletic stuff.
I know what you were.
Yeah, he pulled it off.
So, this has nothing to do with Rose Landry.
Nice way to bring that up there, Ilya.
I just wanted to stop looking like I was always going to the gym. I've never really cared about clothes.
So, you and her are not...
We're not.
Not anymore.
We're just not,
Compatible.
I guess.
Just say she's not you and call it a day.
If I lose, I will buy you all candy bars from a machine inside, okay?
He's playing with the children.
Hey, Holiday.
Ah, so you know this guy.
I love that.
Oh, no, that's not true. Flash card. Ooh, no, you get out. Dad, show me your dad. Okay, I forgive you. You can stay.
I'd fall in love with him too, dang. Oh yeah, they are very much, very deeply in love. Like, you might as well just put a ring on it at this point. Were they both? Oh, okay. I thought they were both captains, but no.
Okay, you guys want fair and square.
Why's that gotta be in slow-mo?
Can you give these kids some money? I don't have my wallet.
Yeah, he'll do anything you say.
Oh, I looked up that word. Compatible.
What?
I thought I knew what it meant, but I wanted to be sure.
Not compatible. Not in that way, anyway.
Well, she's a girl and not a boy, and that happens.
San, Columbus.
Toronto.
So he's going back to Canada and you're not, and he keeps inching closer! Oh, he missed you. He missed you so much. Just say it. Just say I missed you. Why is Alexi calling? Alexi, I have nothing good to say to you. Or about you. Or for you. Just go away. Shane, you look like you're about to throw up.
This looks serious.
It's not. Yeah, I guess. Can you just sit down or something?
That is not sitting, Ilya. That is leaning against the room service thing.
You feel it too, don't you?
Feel what?
That you love him.
Last time we were together, it was different.
We get together, we fuck. We simple.
Simple. I think
It's simple for Ilya because he's used to having to hide himself. It's not simple for Shane because he's used to his parents knowing everything about him. And having this one thing is freaking terrifying to him.
Gay, so you're gay, so what?
well, it's kind of a big deal. To me, at least.
Why are you telling me this?
Who else am I gonna tell? Gay is one thing, but this fucking your arch rival is another thing.
But is he your arch rival because you made him your arch rival or because the media made him your arch rival?
And it felt like we were something.
We can't be something, Hollander.
Would you want to be? If we could?
We can't.
Those quick replies before he can rethink it. And they're so...
I don't think I can keep pretending I don't like you anymore.
You don't like me.
No, he loves you. There's a difference.
I wouldn't be able to go home again. Ever. You get that?
Because your family?
No, because... yeah.
I would not be able to go back to Russia.
What would happen to you?
I don't want to find out. My father is police. My brother is police.
Alexei is a police officer? You're Never mind. Never mind. That makes so much more sense with Russia being a problem. In this scenario. I mean, Alexei is...
That too a little, but no, sick more like.
Oh, like cancer?
like dementia.
Okay.
He's crying. Well, of course he's crying. It's his parent. I mean, I haven't talked to my dad in a couple months. He texted me to tell me good luck on my surgery, and before that I hadn't talked to him for several months. But if he was sick, I would still be horribly sad. Poor baby.
Nothing. Good night, Shane.
We're still on first name basis.
Good night, Ilya.
I love it. Yeah. We're still on first name basis. That means the tides have turned. The tides have turned.
Boston Lily's texting you. Have fun. It's not. I don't care.
Hey, Hayden. Sweet baby. Maybe I like Hayden. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry in advance for tonight's game. We're gonna destroy you guys.
Or are they not? 2 weeks later, so they're not on the same team anymore.
No, it's still you. No, it's not me. You are the asshole.
I'm not gonna say it.
Shane Hollander is an asshole.
I'm not gonna say it.
$1,000 for every goal scored tonight. Okay, boy? For me, $1,000 for every goal I score. You each owe me $3,000. Fuck you. Rosie. You all agreed, huh?
No, nobody agreed, Ilya.
Что ты хочешь?
Why did everything just suddenly go really quiet?
Hey, did you hear about Rosanna?
Did his dad die?
Oh, he did not fly with the rest of the team to Nashville.
Did his dad die?
No, he didn't.
Maybe he's sick.
Hey, Hayden.
Police. ESPN is just saying he did not go to Nashville.
He cares. That's who cares. That's who gives a Oh, we're doing the no texting again, which I understand. That means that something very important is probably going on. His father has probably passed, but this is going to utterly freak Shane out. I do know autism. My son is autistic. I understand that these things are extremely important.
This is Ilya. I will never listen to your voice.
So, I'm surprised that he's not just getting on a plane and flying to Russia at this point. I also would assume he's like level 1 because he's able to hold conversations and everything.
You wear glasses.
Just for reading.
He's so cute with the glasses.
Put them back on, please.
Boston?
Moscow.
Look at that smile.
Happy?
Mm-hmm.
Is your father...
Yes, dead. I'm so sorry.
What are people saying about me?
That you didn't fly home. Or that you didn't fly to Nashville.
You can talk to me about whatever. I want to help if I can.
Take off your clothes.
Not Ilya.
I'm also being serious.
That is not, it is not the time. Leave the glasses.
Glasses back on.
I agree. His dad passed. They don't have to say it for you to know. And I like that they're not saying it. They're just doing the procession, if you will. The viewing, well, not even the viewing, just the dinner, which I'm not sure Russian customs with funerals. Most likely, most definitely not like American customs.
Хватит, блядь, меня избегать.
Если бы только это.
You're just gonna ask him for more money. This is ridiculous. You have a job. Go work. It's different, like, if you're struggling and you need a little assistance. It's complete other story if you are berating and bullying and using your brother for money because you just want to, or you have habits that you want to continue.
Можно мне тоже минуту прийти в себя или нет? Или это только для богатых пидоров, которые семьи свои бросают?
Кто кладет еду в твой грязный рот и кокаин в твой нос?
Мне ребенок! И это я сидел с нашим отцом 5 месяцев, каждый.
And who paid you for it? Who paid for everything?
Мне показалось, что кто-то пел.
Svetlana, clock this man, please.
Слушать, как твоя шлюха трындит.
Он этого не стоит, он ничто.
That is one thing you are not going to do, is talk about Svetlana in front of him. And I feel like that is the first time Ilya has ever raised his hand to his brother. Because the look on Alexei's face
Можешь забрать мою квартиру.
was pure hatred
Для племянницы я открою еще.
and surprise.
Закрой свой грязный рот и вали отсюда.
He was more than generous. More than generous. That apartment's probably paid off completely and much better than what we saw you living in. Your daughter is going to be well taken care of, and good for her considering the type of father she has.
Достоин.
Достоин. Но ты меня не хочешь.
Ты знаешь, что я тебя люблю.
Of course you love each other.
Это не так, как с Джейн. Не так ли? Просто надеюсь, что Джейн знает, как ему повезло.
She said how lucky he is. She's done figured it out. Which, I mean, is pretty freaking clear. But she's done figured it out. I love that we had that with Rose and Svetlana in this episode. And we understand that they have an understanding with their boys. And that's opening and paving the way for these boys to finally be together in any aspect that they can.
I'm just gonna have fun.
Hayden's like, I don't care. Just go. Just leave the room. Just say bye and text me if you're dying in an alley somewhere.
I don't know. I'm scared. It makes him terrible. And it makes me terrible back.
Yeah, well, yeah, Alexei deserves it.
Maybe I'm upset
About the wrong thing.
You mean not your father?
Maybe you're upset because Shane's not there? Can't be there?
I don't know. English is too hard right now.
I wish I spoke Russian.
I'm sure you will one day.
Bonjour.
That's French, Ilya.
Я и ноши.
Still on a first name basis, and this is just driving it for me.
How about you tell me everything that's on your mind, but in Russian? I won't understand, but maybe it'll help.
That's so sweet. I also love that his iPhone is like crap. It's like one of the really old iPhones because back then it was the new iPhone. That's a good attention to detail.
И все меня ненавидят.
Svetlana doesn't hate you.
Хочу больше, Илья. Мне нужно больше, Илья. Больше, 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 больше.
Baby.
Я им пофиг. Смотри, либо банкомат, либо врага. Или...
It must be so hard for Shane to listen to this too, because he doesn't know what he's saying, but he can hear the pain in Ilya's voice. And as a partner, you want to be there, whether you are a secret partner or a partner in the daylight or whatever. He wants to be there and hold him and comfort him, but he can't.
Может, он заботился о моем отце, а я нет.
Well, somebody had to be out there making money, Ilya, and I'm sorry, your brother, even being a police officer, no.
У меня никого нет.
You have Svetlana, and you have Shane.
У меня есть Светлана.
Yep. We love Svetlana. We love Hayden.
Любит. И я ее люблю. Но не так, как...
Now you gotta say this part in English. Please say this part in English. I know what you're about to say, so just say it. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it!
Не так, как я люблю тебя.
No, boy, you had to say that in English.
Не всегда только тебя.
Nobody's gonna know who you're talking to? He's just feeling it. He's feeling it all. He kind of looks like he fell asleep, though.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
Now tell him you love him. In English.
Teach me Russian someday.
Yeah, okay. Only useful phrases.
Like what?
Don't ask him that.
Sir, please. Yes, sir.
Fuck you. How about... I wish you were here right now.
That's it. That's a wrap. They're in love. They're endgame. One week later.
Go out to the Boston captain, who can't have had an easy couple of weeks.
No, but he's back. And he's never going back to Russia. If he gave away his apartment and everything.
You still on for tonight? After?
Yes, obviously.
What was that about?
Hayden, you don't care, remember?
My condolences.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
You should probably have done that.
What'd he say?
Tell me to fuck off.
Jesus, what a dick.
Well, let's make sure we win this one, right?
Fucking Knights.
Hayden, I thought you didn't care about what Shane did. Or is it only when Ilya's in the room that you're like a little guard dog? You gotta protect your little Shane. Jackie, he probably goes home and Jackie's like, what happened? Tell me it all. Don't turn around and look at him. Why did he just look scared?
You hate to see that happen.
It looked like a clean hit.
I love how Hayden's fighting over here. He's not even looking to see if Shane's okay. He's just like, how dare you? How dare you hurt my boy?
Someone hurt like that. Here come the medics.
And the fact that Ilya just lost his dad and now Shane is getting put on a stretcher.
Is you okay? Fucking tell me. Your bets, Rosanov. I'm not gonna tell you again.
That's not admiration, dude.
Tell him I'm fine, I'm okay.
Hey, tell who?
Ilya.
He's gonna worry.
Your coach is calling your dad.
We don't care about his dad.
Wait, who? Hey, Shane, you really...
Ilya. Even I heard that. Even you heard that. Even the people 6 towns over from me heard that. He said Ilya. Frickin' medics.
Ilya.
He's so doped up. I remember that.
I just wanted to.
When I was in the hospital, the nurse laid out crackers, ginger ale, and graham crackers for me. And apparently I looked at the nurse and I said, I don't know why you gave me them graham crackers. I don't even like graham crackers. And she just like picked them up and went into the trash can and there was just crackers.
Oh, part of the game.
I really didn't mean it in a rude way, and she understood.
Hey.
It was more like, please don't waste those. I don't eat them.
Better.
You scared me.
I'm sorry I didn't text you last night.
You kind of couldn't text him the night before you were in the hospital.
Last night. I'm mostly mad at Marlo for fucking that up. I was gonna ask you,
Hollander,
will you come to my cottage this summer?
I can't unimagine all of the TikToks and memes about this.
Fun, it's so private, no one will know.
Hollander, you know we can't do that.
We be completely alone together.
What's the difference in him going to the cottage versus them going to each other's houses in the dead of night? Like, the cottage is out in the middle of nowhere. What's the difference?
Mother him with a pillow, are you, Mr. Rosenow?
No. But good thinking.
I appreciate it. Hello.
What was that? Was him trying to blow kisses or just telling him to shush?
Still in a sling, but I can lose the thing in like a few days, I think.
How's jerking off?
I'm at my parents' house, so...
So constant, endless.
Rose.
I miss being kidnapped. I regret shapeshifting.
Oh, so you're an X-Men now.
Summer.
Well, I still might. They can't keep me here till September. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I broke my monitor with my dang water bottle.
Rose?
Just do it. Tell them I'm gay and you got sick of being my beard.
I can't lie to them. More than I already have.
And then they'd have to keep my secret. My big lesbian secret. Oh god, I wish.
Same.
Same.
Coming.
Same.
Okay, I gotta...
She's gorgeous.
He's playing hard. It's his ribs, I bet.
How do you know that?
No, am I right?
Your mother's a witch.
And you're the stepfather. Don't start with me, Dylan Neal. Go do plastic surgery or something.
Rosenow went to see Shane in the hospital.
Oh, so now you like it?
Well, now I hate him less.
Wait until you find out what else he's been doing with your son. Good. Are you missing me?
Turn off all the lights when you go to bed.
I thought she was about to tell him to go to bed.
I'm a fully grown adult.
Get her, Shane! Sorry, that just made me very happy. But I literally thought she was about to tell him to go to bed, and I was about to be like, he is a grown adult. You type really slow, Shane.
Who are you texting?
Hayden.
Oh, how's the baby?
Great.
What did he have? I want to know what he had. I need a spinoff with Hayden. Just Hayden.
Behind the net, 10 seconds.
Or like one of those, like how
The Connors, they're running out.
what was it?
The New York crowd.
Elite or Elite did the little mini season where it was different stories of each character. Give me that. Give me Hayden. Give me JJ. Give me Marlowe.
Right now.
You go, Scott. You go, my little Borgia boy. I'm sorry, he was... If you have never seen him as Cesare Borgia, that is life-changing. I'm not talking about the story, I'm talking about him as Cesare Borgia. It's the same as seeing Henry Cavill as Charles Brandon in The Tudors. Kip's there! Why is Kip there? Are they talking again? Oh well, who cares? Kip's there! That's his man. Yes, you are. That's his man's.
From Hunter, Vaughn was drafted to New York 6th.
Vaughn and JJ look alike. All the families are coming down onto the court. I'd be slipping and sliding. Y'all could not put me on there. Look, I went ice skating once with my best friend, who I call my sister, and she was over there just... And she was taking lessons at the time, and me, no, hanging onto the wall. I was like, I can't do this. I can't even roller skate.
Hunter seems to be looking out for the fans. No doubt.
He is a great uncle. Is he about to... What's about to happen? What? That's your man's!
Come.
Go! He should not have had to ask you more than once. You better be running, Kip. Kipner. Go. Go, Kipner, go! Get your... I swear to God, if he stops one more time.
Hunter now trying to get someone's...
No, he's not trying to get somebody's attention. He's got somebody's attention.
You don't have to guess. Yes, I do.
Kipner is just about as scared as Scott was. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is the cameraman just like all up on them? Shane's face. Shane is like,
I love you so fucking much. I love you so much.
that's still the cameraman's just like,
What the? I'm coming to the cottage.
yes! Well, now I see why everybody says episode 5 is the best. Oh my goodness. We have Scott and Kipner. That is my nickname for him. I am aware that it's Kip. I'm aware that it's Christopher. I call him Kipner. He's my little baby. I have my little set of babies. It's like a vending machine. It's Hayden, Kipner, Kyle, Svetlana, Rose. They're all in there. But anyway, Kipner and Scott having their moment. Oh, it was so brave of Scott to bring him down in front of everybody. I still think it's hilarious that the cameraman was just all up in there, just making sure everybody saw. But that was so great. I feel so many feels. I mean, we had Grigori dying, and it was very off-screen, and I loved the way they did it. I loved the quiet of everything. I loved how everything immediately went quiet when he got hit. I love how everything immediately went quiet when you find out that, or when Ilya finds out that Grigori died. There was so much tension in the episode. There was so much heartfelt moments, or so many heartfelt moments. Everything with Svetlana and Rose confronting the boys and making them aware that they know and that it's okay and that they're still going to be there. That was so just perfect. It was absolutely just, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And if I wasn't in so much pain right now, I would probably be just crying. Of course, I probably could be crying from the pain. You never know. You absolutely never know. But, where do we go from here? I see that he's coming to the cabin, but where do we go from here? I know that Yuna and the husband, whose name I can't remember. I'm just gonna still call him Dylan Neal because that is his name in real life. He's from Nip Tuck, and I knew him from The Stepfather from 2009, which amazing movie. But where do we go from here? I know they find out, but like, what? But as of right now, it is 9:37, which according to my schedule, I was supposed to be starting filming now, so good for me to get that done early. I am really hoping to get back in this bed, get back in my nightgown, my muumuu, if you will, and so that it's not touching my stitches, and finish my book. I am currently reading Victorian Psycho. Well, I'm currently reading 3 books. I'm currently reading Victorian Psycho, Slasher Summer, and Deja Dead, but I have like 97 pages left of Victorian Psycho, which is going to become a movie and is actually going to be part of our Trailers of Terror Fall Edition. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see that trailer. I have not watched it yet. But without further ado, that was Heated Rivalry Episode 5, the absolute best episode in this season. And I cannot wait till Episode 6. Even through the pain, I will be filming that next week. I promise. I will not break my promise. I say it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. But yeah, and then we will be done with Heated Rivalry. It's crazy. I'm not sure if I'm going to do season 2 yet, because I'm not sure. There's a lot of mitigating factors, but we will see. I know I'm definitely going to be watching season 2. I just don't know if it's going to warrant me doing reactions to it. But I hope you are all having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you soon, Cinephiles. Bye.
Ha ha ha!